Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I went to see my physician on a matter unrelated to COVID early on in the pandemic, and this was our conversation.
Have you gotten the vaccine?
Why would I want to do that?
To protect yourself and your loved ones.
Are you aware that the CDC's own data shows a 2% mortality rate, and it's much less for people who are healthy and almost zero for children?
That doesn't sound right. I'll need to look into it.
It's right on their website. If you take the number of people who have died from COVID and divide it by the population of the United States. So, the risk of taking a rushed vaccine seems much greater than my chances of dying from COVID.
Well, if you have the vaccine, there's less chance of spreading it to those at risk.
If there were proof of that, I'd consider it. But so far it seems to be speculation.
That's not what we're being told.
You should look into it further. What they're saying doesn't seem to match up with the data from their own studies.
Of course, it's ultimately up to you. You don't have to take the vaccine.
Yes, I'm lucky. Some people are being forced to do so in order to keep their job.
I suppose that's true, but let's move on. What did you come in to see me about?
I'm having this continuing hallucination that almost everyone on the planet stopped using their brains and began listening to mindless propaganda, even though it was clearly not true. And most disturbing of all, they would get violently angry at anyone who questioned the prevailing narrative and didn't go along.
Are you bullshitting as some sort of punchline?
Yes. This last part didn't really happen, though it would have if it had crossed my mind to say it at the time, because it would have been hilarious. But the fact that my own physician did not know the basic facts I was telling her at the outset of our conversation was mind-blowing. Let that sink in while we go back to the groovy graphics and embrace the unimaginable, because sometimes you just have to trip out on the surreal aspects of our own human nature.